But no, but what's her name? Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren is like in her 60s and her 70s. She's beautiful, man. I mean, and she knows how to make her beauty work for her age.
Fucking
Julia Roberts.
Mira Sorvino.
Oh yeah,
fucking A. In The Wrestler.
In The Wrestler.
My one fucking problem with The Wrestler was a scene in The Wrestler where she's stripping in front of those young guys or the fucking jocks.
Oh, and they give her a hard time.
And
they give
her a hard time about being fucking old. And I'm like, okay, you just took me out of the movie because I ain't buying this shit.
No,
she's fucking hot,
man.
She is fucking hot.
I've seen that in life where young guys, when a woman looked that good, they went fucking nuts. And you know why? And this is the reality, people. In movies, Hollywood likes to make age seem like it's bad, but in real life, a lot of young guys, and I know here I'm gonna be made fun for liking Betty White and all this kind of but really a hot older woman, a lot of guys like because there's no bullshit, and the women know what they're doing, and if they're hot, chances are they kind of want to fuck you.
Yeah, well,
they ain't got to play no game.
The games are over.
Yeah,
at that point the games are over. You fucking that's the best part because the games are over. And these girls aren't afraid to tell you exactly what they want. Hey, I ain't got time to bullshit with you. I'm busy. I got a life. I'm a career woman. This is what I want. Either you do this for me or you don't. I got to go. Yeah. Because there's somebody else waiting.
Yeah. and that's the thing. A lot of these older women, you think they ain't got shit lined up? Got shit lined up.
And it's scary. When you hear that, you're like, oh, fuck.
I swear to God, man. I swear to God, I have a friend, and I'm not going to name her name, but she is an older woman. She's in her 40s, and now you think it up, but it's an older woman. Oh. And she
mom, dude?
Yeah, no, my mom's like older than that.
That's your mom, dude.
My mom gone crazy now that dad is gone. She's like, she's telling a young guy, I know what I want. You ain't got time? I'm going to the next guy.
Corey, wait a minute. Go to bed. How come you're not in bed yet?
Mom, what you doing? Co-host.
Eat your Cocoa Roos and get your ass to bed.
What? That's my friend, Co-host. What are you doing to my mom?
Go to bed, Corey.
Get off my mama. Get off my mama. No, but she told me how many guys she had sex with, and it was high. I mean, it was like... it was like 60 something.
Hope I have that problem. Well, not with guys, but with
I asked her, I said, how many men do you think? And she said, and this is what she said to me. I said, how many men? She came up and she said, and women. I was like, ooh, fuck. And I was like,
oh, Miss Kinky.
I know, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And she was like, I said, how many do
Miss Robinson, eat your heart out.
I know, it's up to you, Mrs. Fuck a lot. But she said, I was like, so how many do you think? And she's like, she's like, I don't know, maybe 60 something. I was like, 60 something? She's like, maybe, could be higher. And I was like in your 70s? And she's like, could be. And I was like, well, how do you know this? She's like, because my doctor asked me one time. She said, how many sexual partners have you had? And the doctor asked her, and she kept going higher and higher. And when she got to a certain point, she just said, just leave it at that. And I was like, wow. I was like, you are fucking horny.
I thought you were going to go, you're a fucking whore.
And you can tell. I mean, look, she's an older woman. You can tell, but she's got a great body. And about her face, you can tell. But I guarantee you, she talked to any young guy in that bar and told him that guy would have a hard on so bad. He would be like,
boing.
Me next. Me. Can I have that number? Me, please. Me, boss. Me.
Ooh. Pulling a Horseshack. Ooh. Mr. Cotton, pick me. Ooh.
Fuck me, Mr. Carter. Oh.
Mrs. Carter.
Oh, Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter, fuck me next.
Kids, YouTube that. You probably don't know.
Yeah, Mr. Carter. Who is that?
Wow. Hey, it's always good to have goals. So, hey.
Yeah.
I salute her. Yes.
Speaking of Transformers, man.
Yeah.
How much... I'm always interested to know how much stars make, because when people star in a movie, we automatically think like okay, I'll ask you a question. Shia LaBeouf, major star right now. How much do you think he got paid for Transformers?
$50 million.
$500,000.
Oh.
$500,000. Where you and I, we be shitting ourselves that we got $500,000. But for somebody like Shia LaBeouf, we're thinking, that's it?
500,000.
500,000. That's what I read. Now,
and does that include like royalty checks after that?
Well,
when that fucking movie like fucking plays on TNT.
No, that's the base right there. So he's getting more effectively. But Michael Bay, you know how much he got?
Oh, this was a news story today.
Yeah,
and I hated reading it because I'm like,
why
do I gotta fucking read this bullshit?
And have it rubbed in my face?
I already fucking hate this guy as it is, and why? Yeah, what's he making? I didn't even. I saw it, and I was like, I'm not reading it. I don't want to know. Well, but what is it?
$75 million for directing Transformers. I know.
Robot sucking cocksucker. No good.
Don't that
fucking
fucking
American flag waving
There's a,
motherfucker.
what is it with that fucking flag, man? In every Michael Bay movie, there's
fucking,
a fucking
it's
American
fucking
flag.
making him rich. He's counting all them American dollars, and that,
You know,
I'll be fucking raising that flag up to it, the tip of my fucking robot dick, and I'll be proud as
Why
a
don't they
motherfucker.
do that? Why don't they just have Optimus Prime, see Megan Fox, get a heart on, and the American flag pops out at his dick? You know, it's like, Jesus Christ. You know, if you're going to show the American flag,
Yeah.
do it in a way that makes me laugh.
Yeah, I know.
You know, have the American flag
know.
pop out of Megan Fox's ass.
South Park guys, they need to get on that. Yeah,
Shit, we need to get on that.
yeah. Let's beat them to the punch.
Hey,
Come on.
people, like listen to me now. That is going to be a cutaway animation gag in our review of the Transformers.
There you go. You
There
gotta
you
put
go.
that in.
Got to put that in there. I got to work
You heard
that
it
in
here
somehow.
first,
You
kids.
heard it. You get a sneak preview of the Transformers
Yeah.
review.
Have it coming out of goddamn Michael Bay's fucking
Nostrils.
have that fucking get motherfucker fucking his cock erect with fucking American flag popping out, and while he's laying down fucking on his bed of money, fucking have that motherfucker salute his fucking prick with that flag flying high. And then in the foreground, have a kid run across with the goddamn little American flag with his Transformer toy.
Hey, you know what? I might take this audio you have right here because you and me, since you are the robot of the group, you and I might be doing the Transformers review.
Oh, okay.
You know, we might do an audio with the rest of the
I'll do
guys,
it. All right.
but you and I might be putting up the video for that.
I'm in.
Because that shit'll be funny. You
Yeah.
know what we do? It's gonna be funny.
Yeah,
Because we are comic geniuses,
We
people.
are.
When we touch turns to gold.
I got genius coming out of my robot ass.
Bring us your turds. We'll touch them and turn them to gold.
Sell that shit on
Yeah,
eBay.
you can sell that shit on eBay and take it to the local pawn shop. A gold turd.
Buy your mother something nice.
Yeah, exactly. I better yet put that shit around a chain. Wear it. Wear a gold turd around your neck.
Right, spilling it. Spill.com. Oh, boy. Oh, don't choke on me, Corey. Don't die. Come on, now.
You
Come
killing
on.
me.
Stay professional.
You killing me over here, man. Jesus Christ.
Woo.
Oh, fuck.
All right. Well,
Oh, man. Eddie Murphy, man. I want to talk about Eddie Murphy here.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy, he just made this movie. Imagine that. Eddie Murphy might as well be the $5 million man now.
He was, yeah. I mean,
And I'll tell you why
was
the
on
$5
top
million.
of the list, right?
No, I'll tell you why the $5 million man, because his movies are bringing in $5 million
Right.
now.
Daddy Daycare? I'm sure.
Well, no, like the last one, Meet Dave, brought in $5 million. Not good. That's not good at all.
No.
And
That's what
then
I said.
Imagine that, brought in somewhere around 5.7, something like
Fucking
that.
the one that you guys hated, I never saw it. Norton?
Norbit. No,
Norbit.
Norbit was a hit.
Now that's what I'm saying. Norbit was a big hit, but I mean, I don't hear anybody talking about that film. But everybody went and saw that. Apparently, I guess that was the movie they were going to give Eddie Murphy a chance on.
Well, no, they're gonna give Eddie Murphy a chance.
Well,
with
the
Dream
public
Girls.
was and
And he and
Oh,
you
yeah,
know
that's
it's because
right, you're
everybody
right.
was talking about Eddie Murphy doing a great job in Dreamgirls, and he should be nominated for an Oscar. Now, I'm one of those people who did not think he deserved an Oscar, and because it was Eddie Murphy still being Eddie Murphy, he was being comedic. The only time he was serious is when he had a look in the movie. And I will be the first to tell you, it is easy to get a lot from a look when somebody's not talking.
right.
And so,
Granted, they filmed like fucking 50 takes.
Of that
You know,
look.
and there was just a competent director who's
like I said,
we'll
you
use
know-
that one.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. He's
Yeah.
like everybody's on the set, and Eddie Murphy saw like some on the like he just was daydreaming.
Yeah.
You know, he
Oh,
probably
yeah.
he probably saw something out the window. He probably like saw two dogs fucking
Yeah.
or something. He's like just staring and like,
Yeah.
hey, get the camera out, get that look
Exactly.
right there. That's genuine right there.
And most of the time, the director's exactly. The director's going like, all right, every time we fucking yell take, the fucking he fucks
Yeah.
up. It's like just keep the film fucking rolling. I'll
Bring
do-
in that juggling. You know that cat that juggles?
Yeah.
Bring it in on the set and make him juggle, and let's see what Eddie Murphy
Hey,
does.
play some Spice Girls right now.
Yeah, you know, Eddie Murphy just looking, you know. And so, and like I said in the last, we did a podcast before, and I was like, Eddie Murphy saw somebody putting a ticket on his car, and he was like, what the fuck? And, you know, they get him, cut the camera off. Yeah. And so when I thought he was good in Dreamgirls.
Yeah, I never saw it.
But I didn't think like he deserved the Oscar. But I think he could have had a chance to probably be nominated. He wouldn't have won.
Yeah.
But then along came Norbit. And everybody's like, okay, Eddie Murphy he does not desire moving on
Does not give
outside
a
of this
shit.
stupid shit, okay?
Right.
Which is sad because, look, we talk a lot of shit about Eddie Murphy. And I think a lot of people gonna talk shit about me saying this, but Eddie Murphy is actually a really good actor. I think he's a guy who cannot, when he's just being Eddie Murphy, cannot get beyond being Eddie Murphy. And John Landis said this in an interview. He said, you know something? And John Landis directed Coming to America and Trading Places.
Yeah.
And he said, you know something? When you put Eddie Murphy under a lot of makeup, that guy just changes. Forget fucking Dreamgirls. You know what he should have got an Oscar nomination for?
Nutty Professor?
The Nutty Professor.
Yeah, I agree.
He
was genuine in that film.
When he was the professor, I forgot the guy's name. Clump. Professor Clump. When he was Professor Clump, he was subtle. He was a different person, and he was not doing all that. Hey, I'm Eddie Murphy. Hey, Eddie Murphy, I'm gonna tell a joke. Hey, everybody, look, I'm talking like Donkey right now. You know, it wasn't him doing all that kind of shit. He gave a very subtle and heartwarming performance. And do you remember? Now, this is the one I just thought about recently. Do you remember Bowfinger?
Bowfinger,
where he was the nerd. It was Steve Martin.
That's right.
And he was the nerd. He was like,
that was a piece of shit.
No, the movie was bad, but
it was terrible,
when Eddie Murphy was like, when he was the nerdy character, and he was like, that's fucking awesome, you know. And he like there was a member when there was a part of the movie that called him in, and Eddie Murphy was being like,
I'm shocked that you remember that.
No, Bowfinger is a movie. No, I won't say. No, you said it was a piece of shit. I don't think it was a piece of shit.
I saw it once, and I was just like, because it had Steve Martin in it, right?
Yeah,
and I saw it, and I was like, and
it's a movie that had moments. There were some parts of the movie that made me laugh really hard. I really liked Eddie Murphy in that. Eddie, like when he comes in as the nerd with the braces and a little afro and all, and he's like, my spare time, I'm part of the Blockbuster Film Club, and I do this and that. And I was like, well, that's Eddie Murphy being a different person. You know, I mean, Eddie Murphy, I think we have yet, and maybe it's because Eddie Murphy is, I won't even say powerful, but it's such a guy who like comes in and says, "You are gonna do this. I'm gonna, and you're gonna tell me. You're not gonna tell me how to be Eddie Murphy,
right?
Unless you put me in a fat
because he's now living that iconic fucking. He is that iconic guy now that everyone always thought of, and I mean honestly, I'll say money does that to people.
Exactly.
You know, you just fucking you lose your mind. You forget where you just forget everything because you're all of a sudden treated so incredibly different. You're used to people. Now you're used to people doing things for you to where it becomes normal. You adjust. You know, like being in another fucking country. You just adjust to your surroundings, and it does fucking turn you crazy. It turns you into a spitting image of what people would imagine a fucking celebrity star would turn into.
When you're a celebrity, people, somebody of Eddie Murphy's stature. I mean, Eddie Murphy. I mean, he's making family films now and everything. He's a different person, but. I think he's still the name Eddie Murphy still carries some weight behind it. And people, and the problem with that is that people make more or less vehicles for Eddie Murphy. And
it seems like the vehicle now is him hanging out with little kids, being the father figure, and
he can, and
being
he's good,
being him. But it's like Eddie Murphy with kids. So you're seeing like the Family Guy. He's like the Bill Cosby now of the fucking movie world, where he's hanging out with kids,
it's funny,
making them laugh and doing his thing.
He talks shit about Bill Cosby, but he's turning into Bill Cosby.
Yep.
Except he's turning into Bill Cosby that he's one note. He doesn't have what it takes to be.
Well, he figures, hey, this thing works. He may have figured, hey, this thing works in these movies, so I'm just going to play this out because he thinks more than likely because he has a bunch of yes men around him that this character works and people like him. Or why would he continue to get scripts like this if people didn't like it?
And most of the time,
he fools himself thinking that.
And most of the time, people are saying this is an Eddie Murphy movie. Okay, we want Eddie Murphy because he's Eddie Murphy.
Right.
What Eddie Murphy needs, man, is what I think.
He needs another fucking cop movie.
Well, he needs another cop movie. You know what? No. You know what he needs? He needs. Everybody wants to see him go back to fuck rated R, fuck this, fuck you, all that. Eddie Murphy. Like, but what I think,
you never go back home, Corey.
You can never go back once you've been kicked out the nest. But I think that Eddie Murphy needs to have a director who says, you know what? I mean, we always use the example of Quentin Tarantino with John Travolta. You know, we need to have a director who comes in and says, you know what, Eddie, I see you for the fine actor that you can be. And when you come into this project, you have to take a price cut. You have to come a pay cut.
Wow, it ain't.
Well, you never know. I mean, he's like, look, I got this script here. Eddie Murphy, just look at it. Just look at it. If you don't like it, then fuck off. You know, whatever.
But that needs to come to a point. I think John Travolta's career came to a point where he wasn't getting any